I never forget a face.
I know you don't.
Wait, who was that? Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 what the TV cameos by British celebrities. Before we begin, if you enjoy this video, please subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're looking at the most random pop-up appearances on TV shows by famous British personalities. Recurring appearances aren't included today, and we haven't included shows based solely on frequent celeb appearances.
Oh, take your loot and your stupid made-up name and off back to Newcastle, you coconut-headed git.
Number 10, Victoria Beckham, Ugly Betty.
Oh, Willie and I go way back. She's practically my second mum.
Kicking things off with a decent chunk of screen time is the chic fashion designer and ex-Spice Girl, Victoria Beckham.
Oh my god, it's perfect spice.
I have a new news. Hello? Anybody? Bride over here?
You really think it's okay?
Playing an exaggerated, flamboyant version of herself, she waltzes into the offices of Mode magazine as Wilhelmina's maid of honor. As well as featuring heavily in the episode, her lively presence is something that most of us won't have seen, as the style aficionado is known for her straight-faced demeanor.
This really is major.
Number 9, Ed Sheeran, Game of Thrones.
For hands of gold are always cold, but a woman's hands are warm.
Ah yes, this cameo. It's had its fair share of lovers and haters, but regardless of which camp you sit in, it's undeniably one to remember. Appearing as a Lannister soldier singing around the fire, Ed doesn't say much, but he gets a fair bit of screen time.
Oh no, I couldn't. You don't have enough.
But my mother always told me to be kind to strangers.
Why was this such a big deal? Well, Game of Thrones has had a lot of cameos in the past, many of which lasted mere seconds, but not this one. For many, this one felt shoehorned in and a little too conveniently timed when it came to ratings. Number 8, One Direction, Family Guy.
Nobody walks away from Tiny Tom Cruise.
Yeah, except for all three of your wives. Okay, I'm shutting this now. Okay, so bye.
You don't technically have to feature in an episode of Family Guy for the creators to animate you in the name of comedy.
The minibar had no sparkling water, only still.
Ah, stop. It's too scary.
But thankfully for 1D, or at least for Louis Tomlinson and Liam Payne, they got the opportunity to take the mick out of themselves and lend their voices to a spooky ghost story sequence with Stewie.
Stylist had only brought non-skinny jeans.
Do you mean like a Levi's 513 skinny straight?
No, just regular pants that fit normal.
Poking fun at the prima donna lifestyle of young pop stars. And just when you think it's over, Simon Cowell pops his head in.
Simon, are they tagged? They're tagged, right?
Oh, they're tagged.
Good. Simon, did I ever tell you the one about the loose-fitting t-shirt? No.
Number 7, Stephen Hawking, The Big Bang Theory.
It's an honor and a privilege to meet you, sir.
I know.
What a guy. Anyone who's ever listened to a lecture by the renowned physicist will know two things. 1, he's very intelligent, and 2, he's got a great sense of humor.
You clearly have a brilliant mind.
I know.
And fans of Big Bang will be used to hearing his name and voice pop up from time to time, but nothing quite beats this cameo.
You made an arithmetic mistake on page 2. It was quite a boner.
When Sheldon finally gets to meet him, Hawking has no hesitation to point out his mistakes, and what follows next is comic genius.
Great. Another fainter.
Number 6, Boris Johnson, EastEnders.
Such an honour to have you here, Mr. Mayor.
Oh, please call me Boris.
To a slightly less glamorous guest star sequence next, with the then Mayor of London rocking up the famed Queen Vic.
If ever I clap eyes on that Mr. Johnson, will I give him a piece of my mind.
The soap actually does a decent job of incorporating it into the story, with dreaded landlord Peggy Mitchell ranting about how she'd love to give the mayor an earful.
If you have any ideas for how I could help Walford, here's my card.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of telling the Mayor of London what to do.
One bike puncture later, and he's got a pint in his hand, but Peggy ends up a little starstruck. Boris Johnson acting. We never thought we'd see the day. Number 5, Peter Kay, Doctor Who.
Oh, what's the matter? I'll be giving up so soon!
This TARDIS travelling series has a seemingly endless list of celebrity cameos, but we've picked out comedian Peter Kay's for today's list.
Clom. Clom, yes, and I'll return there victorious once I possess your travelling machine.
Not only does he get plenty of screen time, but his character is unforgettable. A grotesque creature called Absorbeloff, designed by a 9-year-old child no less, he carries a cane and absorbs people into his body.
You see, I've read about you, Doctor. I've studied you. So passionate, so sweet.
The commitment to the role from Kay is commendable, licking his chin as he eyes up his next meal. And there's something about his hoarse, broad accent that's both hilarious and nightmarish. Number 4, David Beckham. Sport Relief 2014 special, aka Beckham in Peckham.
It just so happens that Bex is a personal friend of mine, isn't he, Rodney?
I'm going to kill you.
To the other half of Posh and Bex with the 2014 Sport Relief special, and as the highlight was this awesome but entirely unexpected Only Fools sketch, we just had to include it.
Fact that we are currently lumbered with 200 pairs of men's pants that some git has scribbled over.
Trying to flog some underwear that's actually signed by the former footballer, unlike many of their previous fake goods, Del and Rodney struggled to shift any, so Beckham steps in to give Rodney modelling tips.
Most people think modelling is all about standing there looking great, but it isn't. Actually, it is.
But Golden Balls gets the biggest laugh of all, recreating one of the series' best-loved gags.
Are you David Beckham?
I am, but don't tell anyone. I don't want to draw any attention to myself, alright?
Okay.
Good boy.
Number 3, Lou and Andy, aka David Walliams and Matt Lucas. Neighbours.
It is. The big drug companies invest millions, but if the clinical trial goes badly, down the drain.
Although this is a rather extensive cameo, it's one that can be easily missed. Walliams and Lucas star as their famous Little Britain characters, causing havoc in the background of this scene as Andy gets up to his usual tricks and goes walkabout from his wheelchair while Lou is none the wiser. In stark contrast to this hilarity, in the foreground we have a rather heavy conversation about misogyny. Sheesh. Number 2, George Michael, The Catherine Tate Show. The pop legend burst onto the Catherine Tate Christmas special back in 2007 with one of the best guest star entrances we've ever seen.
Shut the f up!
Featuring a few times throughout the episode, he plays himself, seemingly wanting to avoid hearing his own hits, and is a patient at the hospital that houses Nurse Bernie.
I'm so sorry, Sir George Michael.
No, not Sir George, just George.
Much to the delight of viewers, the episode culminates in a Christmas sing-song. What a legend.
And dreamed about you.
Number 1, Boy George, The A-Team.
Hey, who are you guys? We're the A-Team. Son of a gun.
So there.
Scams, bank robbers, cowboys, and concerts are all at play here, where conman Face ends up inadvertently lumbered with the Culture Club frontman, Boy George.
See, I agreed to book Cowboy George.
Well, I'm Boy George, and I agreed to play the Arizona Forum.
Tasked with putting on a gig at a cowboy-crammed dance hall, the whole episode is wonderfully weird.
Hello. I got a bobby. Oh.
You couldn't make it up. A vibrant British pop star alongside the Shoot Ask Questions Later explosive thrill-seeking A-Team. Anyway, everything works out, and George plays to a hall of cheering cowboys. Bet you never thought you'd see that. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Watch Mojo UK and subscribe for more great content.